Hello there, everyone. I'm Space Navy. Thanks for tuning in. Today is an exciting day because we are launching Regiment into its open alpha state for the public. I just wanted to go over exactly what Regiment was and how you can find out more about it and how to use the tools that we've made. So as it says here, Regiment is a free print and play tabletop wargame focusing on vast combined arms battles with epic scale miniatures. Currently, we have 5 factions, all of them from the Star Wars universe. The major 4 factions and the Gungans, which is probably something you don't expect, but I thought they were pretty interesting, and I wanted to include them. I'm going to just quickly go through the website and the builder just so you know what to expect. I plan to make a longer how to play tutorial video and a tabletop simulator tutorial video later, but for now, we'll just go over the website. All right, so we're on the home screen here. The website is regiment.info. It just shows some important articles in the blog. The blog page itself also goes over some useful information. And then the archive is the same thing, but it just shows it in a little more compact view so you can click and choose what you want to go to. We also have a forum in addition to our Regiment Discord, which you can find the link for over here. If you are going to be submitting any kind of playtest data, I would highly prefer if you submitted it here. That way it's a little bit easier for me to review later on. Moving on, we have the FAQ, frequently asked questions. Just a bunch of questions that I get pretty frequently about Regiment. You can find it up here and you can read through it on your own. And then we have the wiki page. So this has a bunch of different articles for the game, including the units, the leaders, the factions, all kinds of stuff. Importantly, there's also the quick start guide here. Quick, simple steps on how to get started. Here are some links to the PDF rules for the Learn to Play guide, the rules reference, and a quick reference sheet. If this is your first time playing, I highly recommend you check out the Learn to Play book. It will teach you pretty much everything you need to know in a quick and easy to read manner. The rules reference is more for like rules lawyering. Then secondly, you can find some models here. So we have the vendor directory, which we'll go over in a second. And then we have some print and play assets, which I've created and I'm giving away for free. So in here, you'll find some cards. You'll find some unit counters. You'll find some terrain. All right, so here is the units and components packet. Importantly, whenever you are printing this out, you want to make sure it's actual size or 100% scale. Do not use fit to page, otherwise it will likely come out wrong. Whenever you print it out, you'll want to measure this little square here. It should be 30 by 30 millimeters. This packet is also compatible with both letter and A4, so even if you are not in the US and you prefer to use A4 paper for any reason, this has been scaled to work with both of them. But here, these are just some flat unit counters. These are perfectly legal to play with, very fast to get playing. So we've got the Empire, the Rebels, the Republic, and the Separatists. And then here are some textured bases that you can cut these out of and then place on top of these. This is a similar method that Little Wars TV did for their Stalingrad print and play armies. I'll make a video on how to do this later. And then here are the mission cards. So importantly, these mission cards are jumbo size, so they are actually the size of 2 standard playing cards. And then down here we have some support cards, some leader cards. These are just standard poker size. And then here's the terrain pack. So this is about 17 pages worth of free terrain that you can print out and play with. We got some forests, we got some rivers, some lakes, got some hills, some rock formations, some buildings, and some miscellaneous stuff. These are trenches. Here's a shield generator from Hoth, and here's a bunker from Endor. Just some stuff to get you started playing. And then the vendor directory. So importantly, before we go through this, I am not paid by any of these people. I don't make any money from them. I just wanted to share this resource for the community so they can find some miniatures and other components. But you can read through this. It's got a bunch of different categories. Goes over the various faction miniatures. There's some bundles here at the top. Some cards. How to find bases. You'll notice here that there are only a select number of standard base sizes, and these are bases that you can find pretty much everywhere, or you can 3D print them yourself. So I have a link here that if you have a 3D printer, you can print out. Otherwise, there are plenty of online retailers who sell these base sizes in bulk for pretty cheap. And then also, if you have Legion scale or Star Wars miniature from Wizard of the Coast scale figures, you can use a base adapter, which will convert them from their round bases into the proper square base size. Then we've got some components here. Regiment is intended to be used with Legion components, especially their tokens. Both the status tokens and the order tokens that come with Legion. You can use other things as well, but for simplicity's sake and availability, it's better if you have the Legion tokens. So I suggest getting a starter set or a core set if you don't already have one. And then we also just use regular tape measures and regular D6 dice. Here's some more stuff there for you. And then moving on, we have the army builder. So this is a tool that I made myself. We've got the 5 factions here: the Empire, Rebels, Republic, Separatists, Gungans. You can just choose whatever faction you want. You can set your point cap for what size army you and your opponent want to play. You can choose whatever units you want. Each army needs to have one leader, so you can choose whichever one you want there. You'll need to choose one mission for each of these categories: aggressive here, defensive, maneuver, and then we've got support cards. So these are kind of like command cards that give you a one-time use ability in game. You can purchase these here as well. And then down here we have some export options. So you'll have a simple, which is just a really simple little list here. We have a share code. So if you take this code and you go to the main menu, you can paste this code in here, and then you can reload that army you just made. And then we have a TTS code. So this is used for the Tabletop Simulator mod. So you'll take this code and you'll load it into the army spawner in the mod, and it'll automatically spawn all your units and all the components you need. And then we have the detailed text. So this is probably the more important one. So this will give you pretty much everything you need to play. It's good to just have this off to the side if you're playing online, or to print it out if you're playing in person. But this will give you your faction, your command value, the points for each unit, what units you're taking, everything. And it'll, more importantly, give you their stats and give you a reference for your keywords. So you don't have to look up a bunch of different keywords. You can just find whatever keywords you need right here at the bottom. And then similarly, there's a print army button here. And basically this just takes that detailed text and it puts it in a printable format that you can just print out and take with you. All right, and that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make this a quick, short video. I'll probably make a longer video on how to use the army builder. I'll definitely make a tutorial video for the Tabletop Simulator mod and a tutorial on how to play Regiment itself. But basically, if you want to find the Tabletop Simulator mod, first you'll need to own the game. It's pretty cheap. It goes on sale pretty often. Highly recommend it. I will have the link to the mod in the description of this video. Otherwise, you can come here to the wiki page, and then right here, you can click this TTS module button, and it'll take you right to there. And then if you want to find some people to play with, you can look on the Discord here, or you can come to the forums, and there'll be some people who might be open to play with you. So, all right. Well, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the game, and if you have any feedback, please let me know.